Cohen. Thank you so much for joining me. It's spring, and there's all kinds of music in the air. The plants are budding and blooming, and community-wide events are happening almost daily. And to prove it, we have an awesome lineup of guests today. My first guest today is Cy Brandon, who is the Vice President of the Cottonwood Community Band, and he's going to talk to us today about the spring concert. Followed then is Chris Jensen. He's the supervisor of the Verde NRCD, the Natural Resources Conservation District, and he's going to talk about the upcoming Alternative Plant Expo. Mary Griffith from the Cottonwood Library will be here to talk to us about the library's youth programs. And then we'll go on location to beautiful Sedona. We're going to go to the Amitabha Stupa in Sedona, and we get to talk to Buddhist nun Ani Miranda Coates. And then Lana Tollison, the president and CEO of the Cottonwood Chamber of Commerce, will be with us to discuss one of the multitudes of wonderful events that are going to be happening here coming up in the next couple of weeks and in the next month. And then we'll finish out the show with J.R. Robusto, another one of the Verde Valley's very fine musicians. So grab a chair and let's get started. And my first guest today, Cy, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Good. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Well, it's nice to be here.
Cy is the vice president of the Cottonwood Community Band, which does a huge thing for the local folks who are into music at all, if you are. What I love is it provides opportunities for musicians from high school to retirees of all ages so that they can hone their skill levels and get a chance to rehearse and perform in public.
That's true, and it's really, truly a multi-generational group, and I think that makes it exciting for a lot of people. The young people can learn from the more seasoned performers, and then certainly us senior seasoned performers are always learning from young people.
Sure, that's amazing. And you play the tuba.
I play tuba.
How long have you been playing the tuba?
Oh, quite a while.
Wow.
But I started playing actually baritone horn when I was in 5th grade.
Wow.
So it's many years.
Well, that's wonderful. And it's a family thing because your wife, Anita, plays oboe.
That's right.
That's got to be a lot of fun. Nice bonding experience for you.
Yes, yes. We play duets together all the time.
Oh, next time we'll have you at the end of the show.
Okay. Sounds good.
Now, besides developing musical talents, there's also promoting musical appreciation, and there's education, which is very important, I think, is for everyone, but especially the youth. I think it's very important for young people to be involved in music because it really trains the brain and it's discipline.
That's very true, and there's something special about the kind of music that we play because it's both entertaining and at the same time it is educational because it's very well written and crafted music.
Wow, that's great. Is it primarily classical, would you say?
We do a mixture. We do some marches. We do some standard classical pieces. We do Broadway music.
Oh, fun.
We do pop tunes. Just a wide variety.
Wow, that's got to keep it very interesting for everybody.
Yes, for the performers and the audience.
Sure. And you have rehearsals every Monday evenings from 7 to 9 at the Cottonwood Middle School Band Room at 301 Migas Ave. And new members are always welcome.
Yes, that's very true. And we especially would love to have more clarinet players, some more trumpet players. Surprisingly, we've picked up some of the more unusual instruments. We got a bassoon player for the first time to play in the band in a long time. So we're pretty well covered. We have oboe and bassoon, which are usually much harder to find, but even some of the more traditional instruments like the clarinet and the trumpet, we can use a few more of those.
Wow. How many members do you have at this point?
Around 40.
Nice. How many has been the most that you've ever had?
Well, I don't know. Since I've been here, which is about 5 years, it's been between 30 and 40.
Nice.
The band started, I think, 24 years ago with 8 people.
Wow.
So it really has grown.
Yeah. We do have a lot of very fine musicians here in the Verde Valley, and you guys just performed at the Spring Heritage Pecan and Wine Fest, correct?
That's right.
That's great. And you've got a lot of concerts coming up. May 4th, there's a concert in Sedona. May 11th is a Cottonwood concert. But Thursday, May 15th, is the spring concert, and that you do a combined concert with the Mingus Union High School Band.
Yes, that's new this year. And it's part of our reaching out to the community and also reaching out to the younger generation because they're really the feeder members for our band. So it's really good for us to play on their concert because they're going to have hopefully an inspiration of what more advanced music making could be like.
Sure. Oh, that's great. And you're always seeking instruments.
Yes.
For band members who maybe don't have one, or different instruments maybe somebody would like to take up. What kind of things are you in need of now?
Oh, just about any band instrument would be fine. We've been fortunate that we've had a couple of French horns donated.
Ooh.
We have a couple of trumpets that were donated. We have a clarinet. We have a flute. So if there's anybody out there that has played these instruments and doesn't have an instrument any longer, we can provide them with the instrument. And we'd love to get them back playing in the band.
Yeah, and if anyone has all those wonderful instruments that you played in high school that you haven't played since, you can break them out. And if you don't have the desire or the time to play, you have a place you can donate your musical equipment and have it be well used and well appreciated in the Verde Valley.
We are a nonprofit organization, and it is a tax-deductible donation. That's
really great. And so how long do you practice for on Monday nights?
2 hours.
2 hours?
2 hours.
Wow, that's really great.
Yes.
You get a lot going during 2 hours.
Well, time goes fast, that's for sure.
That is true. Time flies when you're having fun.
Yes.
And what is the youngest person that you have?
Right now we have somebody, I think, that just is in his freshman year at high school.
That's great.
He was in middle school, I guess, the past couple of years.
What does he play?
Clarinet.
Nice. That's nice.
And his brother, who's also a high school student, plays trombone.
All right. What type of skill level do they need to have if they want to join the Cottonwood Community Band?
We have on our website just a general idea of what we think would almost guarantee success. So they have to be able to read music. That's a requirement. But we have people that, you know, still struggle a little bit with certain rhythms. Their technique is not all that great, but that's the way you get better, is by coming and playing in the band, and you get inspired, and then you even practice on your own.
Sure. And it's a wonderful way to meet lots of people who are like-minded over the art of music.
Yes. Yes.
And so that website, if you want to take a look at that, is cottonwoodcommunityband.org. So all one word, cottonwoodcommunityband.org. And if you want to send them an email, cottonwoodcommunityband@gmail.com will certainly work. And if they want to get in touch with anyone there, who should they direct their emails and questions to?
Well, generally, if they write to that address, it's monitored by our conductor, our president, John Kinnaman, and myself, who's pretty much the publicity person.
Well, that's great. Well, you're doing a wonderful job.
Well, thank you.
I appreciate you coming in. And so again, May 4th, there's a concert in Sedona, and May 11th is the Cottonwood concert. But the big upcoming thing, Thursday, May 15th, is the spring concert, which is combined with the Cottonwood Community Band and Mingus Union High School. And where is that one going to be held, the spring concert?
That's at the Mingus Union
That'll be held
High School
there?
As well. Yes.
Oh, great. How about the one that's going to be in Sedona?
Sedona is at the Rock of Ages Lutheran Church on Dry Creek Road.
All right. And then the May 11th Cottonwood concert?
That's in Mingus Union High School Auditorium. Wow. And that's something, with the last couple of concerts that we've played, we had at the Cottonwood Rec Center. And we played the standing room only, so we've outgrown that facility. So the next place we go is Mingus Union, that seats 900. So we want everybody to come and bring a friend or a couple of friends, because it would really be nice to have 900 people there. The concerts are free. We do accept donations at the concert, because that's the only way we are supporting ourselves with purchasing music and instruments and hall rentals and everything else. But essentially, these are free concerts for the public.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much for all you do.
Well, thank you.
I really appreciate you at the Cottonwood Community Band. And again, cottonwoodcommunityband.org if you want to check out their site. Lots of good information on there for you about joining the band, possibly donating an instrument, checking it out, seeing when the next concert is and where it's located, and all that good information is going to be updated all the time. And if you want to send them an email, cottonwoodcommunityband.gmail. Cy, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming to the Verde Valley Experience. That was Cy Brandon, Vice President of the Cottonwood Community Band, and we'll be right back with lots more of the show.
Listen Here in northern Arizona and throughout Yavapai County, people count on Orkin Pest Control. With over 100 years of combined experience, nobody knows how to protect your home or your business from harmful or annoying pests like the Orkin Man. To start service, contact your northern Arizona Orkin Pest Control. In the Verde Valley, call 567-5100 or Orkin Pest Control in the Prescott area at 775-8772.
Welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. My next guest is Chris Jensen, supervisor of the Verde NRCD, which stands for Natural Resource Conservation Division. That's important, so you have to remember that one. District. See, I can't even get it right, and I got it written in front of me. Natural Resources Conservation District. Chris, thank you so much for coming to the show today.
Pleasure to be here.
Now, the website for this is very, very interesting, www.verde.org. If you go on, you can find out so much information about the NRCD, so I highly recommend go ahead and doing that. And you guys formed in 1941.
That's correct.
So you've been around for quite a while, and one of the main key elements of the NRCD is education.
Correct.
And what are you trying to educate people on?
The goal of the Verde Natural Resource Conservation District, I'll say it once and then I'll say Verde NRCD.
Thank you.
Is to promote the wise use of resources within our district through education and partnership. We can't do anything on our own. We're constantly partnering with some other civic or organization or an NGO or something to promote the wise use of natural resources in our district.
And that's using the land to its best advantage?
That's land, that's water. Land is very important because, well, right here in the Verde Valley, a lot of land is irrigated with ditches that come out of the Verde River. And it's important that that land is used wisely, as is the water is used wisely, and all the natural resources that we depend upon in the Verde Valley and in our district in general.
Yes, absolutely. And you're also in it for protecting the environment as well.
That's true. And sometimes people tend to think there is a conflict between protecting the environment and different producers who use the environment. By producers, I mean ranchers and farmers. And really there is no conflict there, because if the environment is not protected, then it's no good to the ranchers and the farmers and the people who want to go out in the river and swim or kayak or want to hike up in the hills. Protection of the environment should be a priority for everyone who wants to use it.
Absolutely, absolutely, especially if you own a ranch or a farm and you want to continue to have livestock and produce come off of your land. It's a very important thing for you to know, is how to wisely conserve it. So it's very good that you're here.
Well, it's in their interest too to maintain and protect the land.
Yes, absolutely. And one of the main things we're going to talk about today is invasive plants, because we have a lot of those creeping in.
Invasive plants. I have worked with several organizations on the invasive plant issue. There's 4 big invasive plants we have here in the Verde Valley, and let's see if I can get them right the first time. There's the ailanthus, the tree of heaven. It's the kind of thing when you crumple the leaf up, it smells terrible. The Russian olive, it's got those thorns that are about 1 inch long. The salt cedar, and which is really kind of a pretty tree. In the spring when you see it, it puts a plume out. It puts a beautiful little purple plume out. It's really kind of pretty. And the arundodonax. A lot of people in the Verde Valley and along waterways think that that's bamboo. It's structured like bamboo. It has joints every so many inches and so on.
Right.
But it isn't bamboo. It's called the arundodonax. And that's especially dangerous because it'll grow up very dense and thick along waterways. And then we'll get a flood come through, and the water will knock it out, and it'll go downstream, and it'll take root somewhere else. And some of the effects of the arundodonax are that it alters the stream flow. It becomes a fire hazard. And it just, hardly anything lives in it. It just, those 4 plants you just don't want around.
Yeah, that sounds like it. Very important stuff to know. I've seen all those plants, as I'm sure you have at home. So it's really good to know, do we need to watch out for those instead of making it easier for them to grow. Maybe start pulling them out and getting rid of those plants.
Yeah, I would recommend that if you have property along the river and you have any of those plants, you contact VWORK, Verde Watershed Restoration Coalition. And they have crews that come out and map those plants. And then after they're mapped, the crews will go out and cut and treat those plants, treat the stumps, so that they don't come back.
Wow, that's great. And you guys have a great thing coming up. The Alternative Plant Expo is coming up Saturday, April 12th from 9 to 4 p.m. at 300 South Rocking Chair Road, which is in Cottonwood here.
Correct.
And there's vendors and presentators, wow, that's a word, musicians, and all kinds of interesting information for you so you can learn about that,
Yes.
the invasive plants. And you've brought me some wonderful plants here. What did you bring me today?
Well, I brought you, this is called, and I'm going to try and stay with common names because unlike people at Verde River Growers and other people, I don't speak Latin. This one in back here
This guy?
is a live oak.
Oh.
And you want to be a little careful around it because it is jagged edged
Sure.
and whatever, but it's a
got a
low
bite.
water native plant. This is, oh, what did they say that was?
Is this the one that smells so good? One of these guys smells really good.
Damatania.
Wow.
I'm probably mispronouncing it. If you go to Verde River Growers and you tell them the one with the pretty yellow flowers that's wispy, they'll know what it is.
Oh, great.
And this is a blue butterfly bush.
Really?
And when it blooms out, it has yellow flowers.
Wow. And it's gorgeous. It's
Yes.
this beautiful blue sagey color. And it smells wonderful, too. One of these guys, it's
It's
very
probably this
nice.
one.
I think
It's
so. It's
the sage.
Yeah, it smells
Yeah.
sagey and butterflies. Can't
Yes.
have enough butterflies. And I love anything with flowers. So that guy, I'm not going to try to pronounce his name, but that guy is going to definitely have a place at my house. So again, the Alternative Plant Expo is coming up Saturday, April 12th from 9 to 4. Now, if you go, you're going to see lots of examples of wonderful natives that you can plant in your garden. And everything is low water,
Yes.
drought tolerant, sun tolerant, good stuff to have around here. No more roses. I know.
And they will lower your water bill because one of the things studies have determined is that close to 50% of the water that people bring into their house via the city or from a well or however you get their water goes on outdoor landscaping.
Wow.
And if you can use low water plants,
Sure.
it's good for your wallet
Right.
and it's good for the environment.
Definitely. Save money and have a beautiful yard at the same time, and also benefit the environment, the butterflies, everybody else around you with the beautification of your landscaping. So go ahead and check out www.verde.org, and that's the website for the Verde Natural Resources Conservation District. Don't forget to check out the Alternative Plant Expo, which is happening Saturday, April 12th, on Rocking Chair Road from 9 to 4.
Also, for people who come to the nursery that day, there is a one-time good deal, 40% off.
Wow.
One plant on April 12th.
Wow, and that's at Verde River Growers. Well, thank you for that. Ooh, special. Verde Valley Experience viewers only discount. Awesome.
Yes.
Well, of course, it's everybody,
Yes.
but we'll just say that.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Chris. I really appreciate you being here. Chris Jensen, the supervisor of the Verde NRCD. Now, stick around because we've got lots more show for you.
Well, thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you.
Wake the sun, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
A single ember from a wildfire can travel over a mile. That ember can ignite and destroy your home or community. You can't control where that ember will land. Only what happens before it does. Visit fireadapted.org to learn how you can help protect your community from wildfires.
And we're back to the Verde Valley Experience. Thank you so much for sticking around. I'm here now with Mary Griffith. She is part of the Youth Services Department at the Cottonwood Public Library. Mary, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
You guys have a wonderful program. I spent a lot of time on the website, which is www.ctwpl, Cottonwood Public Library, .info, CTWPL. That's the hardest thing with this whole section here, .info. That's the website. And if you go on the website, you're going to be blown away by the amount of information that's there. So the Cottonwood Library Youth Programs, reading is fun. That's the motto. I think that's great.
It is. And we have reading for babies through teenagers and adults. If you're an adult, you can come in. But Tiny Tot Time is for the youngest, and they usually do crafts, and they sing a little, sing fun songs, and it's a lot of fun.
Sure. Story time, craft times
on Fridays. We have things going on pretty much every day of the week, except for the short day on Monday. But Tuesday through Saturday, there's always something to do.
And there's a lot of things to do. I just pulled a couple of things off the website. So we've talked about the preschool story time, which is Thursdays at 10 a.m. with stories and crafts and fun things like that for the little ones. Family craft, which is every Friday. This sounds awesome. At 4 p.m., a different craft every week that you can do yourself or with your kids, or just something fun and creative to do on a Friday at 4 p.m. The Teen Library Council, that sounds very interesting. That meets the first and the third Wednesdays at 4 p.m. And also, you have all kinds of workshops, video game development workshops, animation workshops. This is one of my favorites, Lego robot workshops. And also digital photography and so much more. I had no idea all these programs were offered at the Cottonwood Public Library.
Yes, and I have to say that the animation workshop, the Lego robot, and the video game development were all gotten through a grant that both the library manager, Vanessa Ward, and one of our library clerks, Liz Guerra, had put together last year. So that was an exceptional job done by both of them.
Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you, Liz. That is awesome. I would not have thought such an interesting program, though, at the library. I mean, the kids, you really have your thumb on what the kids are interested in right now.
Yes, and the video game development is actually done with a free software that they can actually download on their own home computer using Unity software. And then they can come in and learn at the library how to do it, but then continue the class at home. So within an hour and a half class, they can learn to make a background and an avatar that will run around in their background, and then continue it at home. So it's really nice.
So you've done this?
Well, I've watched them. I have.
Oh yeah, you don't have your own personal avatar?
No, not yet. And the Lego robots is taught by one of our library clerks. He's very good at it. They come in, they build the robot from scratch, and then the last half of the class they actually program it to do different things. So it might follow you around, or it might come up to you and stop. And and he's very good at teaching. The kids love it.
I bet. I'm a bit of a technophobe.
It is a limited class size, so I suggest that they call ahead and sign up for it.
Okay.
And then the animation is using Toon Boom software. So that is for the younger kids, but they can actually make cartoon characters online, and the program stays at the library. So after they've made their Toon Boom, they can always come back in, use the same computers, and kind of continue on. So that's the first Saturday of every month, and the Lego robots are the last Saturday of every month.
Wow. So, and if you want some more information, want to talk to a human versus a computer, you can call the Youth Services Department at the Cottonwood Public Library at 928-340-2788. That's 340-2788. I loved that on your website you could click on the age of your child, and it would take you to a specific section where it would suggest different book titles appropriate for your child's age. I also loved the links to websites with parenting help, who doesn't need help, and homework assistance, and in ways to encourage your child to read, and also dealing with bullying. There was several websites for how to help your child deal with bullying. That's just amazing how you have managed to make that one site and branch off into all those different directions with everything that parents actually need, and then have it listed by age.
Yes.
Which is just fantastic.
we really like that as well. I do have to let everyone know that tutor.com, especially at the end of the school year now, everybody's rushing to get their finals in and their final project. Tutor.com is free with a library card. That's all you need.
Wow.
Your library card, you go on through our website, log on to their webpage, and you get free one-on-one help with an actual tutor on the other end.
Wow.
And it covers anywhere from grade school math, well, all 4 different basic subjects, all through college. So it's really helpful. All you need is a library card, and it's one-on-one math, science, social studies, and history.
Wow.
And it's free.
And it's free.
And it's free with a library card.
With a library card. Run out now. Get a library card.
There is
That's
also
amazing.
e-readers.
E-readers?
Are very popular nowadays, and all you need to get them for free through our website is a library card, and you can go on, download. There's children's books all the way up to adults.
Really? So e-readers is where you can download to your home computer different books.
There's many different formats, your home computer, your Kindle, if you've gotten one yet, or an iPad. There's Sony, there's quite a few different options available. But if you still have your hard drive computer at home, that's fine too.
Wow, that's great. I'm old school. Can't you tell?
That's very easy to do.
Yeah, it's a very easy site to navigate. It's not an easy site to write down, though. www.ctwpl.info. That's a good one. It's at the bottom of the screen. So you want to write that one on your refrigerator and go there right now. If you don't have a card, go ahead and get a card. Do you have adult programs too? I know we're talking about youth services, but you got me so excited.
We do. We have computer classes set up that, well, for the e-readers to start with. We have one-on-one e-reader classes. Just call up. We can sign you up ahead of time. And then every Friday, there's either a basic computer class. We're just starting catalog classes, which is basically teaching our new catalog system. Okay. We just switched over from the old one to Enterprise, which is a little bit harder to navigate at first, but once you get used to it, it has options that we haven't had before. A patron can now turn on their history, for one. You can change information in the catalog by yourself. So it's, yeah,
that's great.
There's quite a few things.
There's quite a lot going on at the Cottonwood Public Library. Mary, thank you so much for joining
welcome.
me.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. It's Mary Griffith, the Youth Services Department at the Cottonwood Public Library. Make sure you get yourself there. I'm so excited now. I'm out of here. But please stick around. We'll be right back with more of the Verde Valley Experience.
They say that when you're facing extreme danger, your life flashes before you. If you think that's sad, consider facing it before you even have enough life to flash before your eyes. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Deaths and injuries can be prevented by using the right car seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to know what is appropriate for each age and size.
Here in northern Arizona and throughout Yavapai County, people count on Orkin Pest Control. With over 100 years of combined experience, nobody knows how to protect your home or your business from harmful or annoying pests like the Orkin Man. To start service, contact your Northern Arizona Orkin Pest Control. In the Verde Valley, call 567-5100 or Orkin Pest Control in the Prescott area at 775-8772.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. My next guest, boy, I'm having a hard time with that one today. My next guest is Lana Tollison. And Lana is the president and CEO of the Cottonwood Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for coming, Lana.
Well, thank you very much, Jennifer.
I love the Cottonwood Chamber of Commerce. You guys are such a great resource for business owners in this section of the Verde Valley. You can go to cottonwoodchamberaz.org, and that is the website, and that's going to get you everything that you need to know. And you guys have a wonderful little office located at 1010 South Main Street in Cottonwood. And the number for that office is 928-634-7593. And on that site, there's so many good things, which we're going to get to talk about.
All right.
I can't believe how many events we have just in April and May alone. 57.
There are a ton of events all over Cottonwood and the Verde Valley. But it's great because that's that many more opportunities for our locals to be able to get out and participate, our nonprofits to make money, and tourists to come in and spend a little money in our community and help promote our economy.
Sure, it benefits everybody.
Everybody, absolutely.
Through the Chamber of Commerce. And you guys have your hands in everything. You're a powerful tool to help grow businesses in this area through marketing, promotions, information, referrals, education, and government relations and advocacy.
That's right. We provide a forum for business owners to get together, help network, find out who needs someone's product, who's got it. Lots of opportunity to increase our economy and just help nonprofits and help the arts and our schools, education. Lots and lots of opportunity.
Yes, and a nice friendly staff if you go in.
Yes, and Christian, we have to remember Christian. He's everyone loves Christian.
Of course. So, yeah, it's a social event when you go into the Chamber of Commerce.
If you're ever bored, just come by our office. It's fun.
Oh yeah. And I love the monthly mixers. Those are so much fun. The evening chamber mixer, which is 6 to 8 every third Thursday of the month. And they're open to members, but also some non-members as well.
Also non-members. We would love for everyone to be able to come check it out. Our next one is April 17th at My Dobro, and it's a great opportunity to check out their restaurant. They're kind of new. They have an excellent menu. They're going to be doing this amazing Italian buffet, so Mickey Young tells us, and they'll have live music with Skunky Ron.
Nice.
And lots of good networking opportunities to meet people in the community and learn how you can connect and help your business.
Yeah, networking.
So networking is the key.
Networking is the key.
Absolutely.
And if you're not a night owl per se, they also have the chamber breakfast. And those are from 7 to 8 the second Thursday of the month. And they're at the Verde Valley Medical Center.
Yes, they are. Verde Valley Medical Center has a great conference room set up that we're able to come. They have a wonderful buffet breakfast every month. And we have different speakers that come tell us things about the Verde Valley. This next one we're having will be, we're kind of helping businesses learn how to network a little bit better. So giving them some tools so that they can know whenever they talk to people what should they be asking? What's new and different in your business? And that helps people be able to think about, we've got an event coming up, let me tell you about it. And so it's a great opportunity.
Can you tell us about some of the 57 events that are coming up in the next 6 weeks?
I would love to, and I have my list here. The April 12th, which I realize will be halfway through this broadcast, that's showing the Brian Mickelson race. And there's hundreds of people who come to town for this race in memory of Brian Mickelson. Also, the Birding Festival, the Verde Valley Birding and Nature Festival.
Birdie the Verde.
Absolutely. April 24th through the 27th. And they literally have people who come from all across the United States and other countries. Some people come back every single year because this is such a great area to bird. And we have, the IBAs, the important birding areas that have been designated by the Audubon Society, and we're absolutely a fantastic place for birding. That's just one of the things we're fantastic for.
Right.
The Verde Valley Fair is coming up April 30th through May 4th at the Verde Valley Fairgrounds. And if you've not been to the fairgrounds lately, it's really looking great. They're doing a lot of remodeling and cleanup and putting pavers down.
Oh,
It's
nice.
really a great looking facility, and they're available if you have a group that needs a place to meet. That's a great place. And then I'm sure you're probably aware of the Run for the Roses that Old Town Association is doing May 3rd in conjunction with the Kentucky Derby. And people can get their own sawhorse and be in the race. So those are just a few of them that are coming up. One thing that I would like to mention, that the Chamber is partnering with the Verde Valley Senior Center and Verde Valley newspaper, is the Primetime Fair. It's a trade show type fair for senior citizens, and we'll be showcasing products and services that are available to seniors in our community. You know, as the population ages, there's different needs, and so we'll have all kinds of businesses and organizations that will be telling seniors what's available to them.
Wow.
So
that's great.
And that is May 10th at Clemenceau Gym from 9 to 1.
Nice. That's great. And it's called the Primetime
Fair, because you're in the prime time of your life.
Wow. You've got it all covered.
There's quite a bit of opportunity from young to more experience.
Sure.
we'll
That's
say.
an excellent way to put that. More experience.
More
of us.
experience.
Yeah, sure. Every day we don't get older, we get more experience.
We just get more experience and just have more opportunity to enjoy life.
That's great. And when is the Primetime Fair again?
May the 10th, Saturday, May the 10th, from 9 to 1 at Clemenceau Gym.
Okay.
It's right at the corner of Mingus and Willard, where
Sure.
the school district offices are.
Yep, lots of great parking there.
Right next to the Clemenceau Museum.
Yeah.
So
that's
great opportunity to visit the museum if you have not already done that.
Yeah,
So
that's a great little museum.
it's a beautiful
for
museum.
sure. Well, awesome. So again, Cottonwood Chamber of Commerce. You've got to check it out if you drop in to the office, which is at 1010 South Main in Cottonwood, or you check out their awesome website, cottonwoodchamberaz.org. And on there, you're going to find all the featured events, the community events, info about living in Cottonwood, historic Old Town Cottonwood information. There's even video tours. There's a member center. Again, membership is very powerful. If you've got a business in the Verde Valley, you want to be a member of the Chamber of Commerce. And you can get yourself to the breakfast. You want to do a little networking, the breakfast, or the wonderful evening socials. And of course, there's the annual Christmas,
Yes.
which is way too much fun with music and dancing. And you guys know how to party at the Chamber of Commerce.
Well, we
I will
have
tell
some
you that.
wonderful members that are lots of fun, members from across the community. So
Yeah. How many members do you think you have now?
we have almost 500.
Wow.
So yes, a variety of members, from small business, mom and pop owned businesses, to organizations. Of course, Verde Valley Medical Center, banks, Yavapai College, our school districts. So a wide variety of members.
Yeah,
So,
that's great. Awesome. Well, Lana, thank you so much for joining me today. It's
well,
so
thank
nice to
you.
have you in the
Thank
studio.
you very much for inviting me.
And I'm sure I will run into you at all these events.
There's always something happening that we love to talk about.
Yeah, always. Like I said, 57 in just the next 6 weeks alone. I can't wait to go to the fair. I love going to the fair.
The fair is such a great event. So you can ride the rides or see the animals and do all kinds of fun things.
And eat all the fair food.
All the fair
The one
food,
time you can
yes.
eat that food
Yes.
without guilt.
Well, yes.
Well, with less guilt, I have
With
to
less
say.
guilt, yes.
But yeah, that's always a big one with the kids. And then, of course, the Primetime Fair, which is May 10th on Saturday at the Clemenceau Auditorium.
The gym.
The gym. Okay.
Yes.
Great. And if you want to keep in touch with all the different events that are going on, don't forget to check out cottonwoodchamberaz.org. You can stop in to the office at 1010 South Main Street in Cottonwood, or give them a call at 928-634-7593. I recommend stopping in. Way too much fun to have in the office there at 1010 South Main Street. Check out their website. Like I said, Cottonwood Chamber AZ. You're going to get that list. You're going to get all kinds of membership information. Remember, it's a powerful tool to grow your business. It's here in the Verde Valley. You've got to get yourself in there for marketing, for promotions, for information. The referrals are huge too. I notice we're all a very tight-knit community here, and we're all very good at referring to each other, those that we need. And really, you can get anything that you need right here in the Verde Valley. and a place to start, a resource for that, is the Cottonwood Chamber of Commerce. So Lana, I will see you at the next mixer.
Okay.
What color are we going to wear then?
Well, I'm not sure, but I like the idea of promoting shop local. It helps our local businesses. It keeps the money right here in our community, helps our schools, and so
awesome.
Shop local.
Thank you. Thank you, Nana. We'll be right back.
A single ember from a wildfire can travel over a mile. That ember can ignite and destroy your home or community. You can't control where that ember will land. Only what happens before it does. Visit fireadapted.org to learn how you can help protect your community from wildfires.
Listen now, can you hear the bluebirds? Oh, look up now, can you feel the sun?
And we're back to the Verde Valley Experience, and I am here in Sedona. I am at the Amitabha Stupa and Peace Park, and I'm here with Ani Miranda Coates. Thank you so much for joining me today.
My pleasure.
And you are a nun, which is so fascinating.
Yes, I'm a Buddhist nun in the Tibetan tradition. Yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. It's an honor to be sitting here in this gorgeous place with you. I really appreciate you joining us today.
Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful day too.
Oh, and this is the most beautiful place. If you haven't been here, the Amitabha Stupa is located just off of Pueblo, which is up on Dante off of 89A in West Sedona, and it's open from sunrise to sunset every day, and there is no admission charge. Donations to support the stupa are always accepted, but anyone can come here, and you're even dog friendly.
Oh yes, we're animal friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anybody that has animals can come here, and we totally are open to all faiths or non-faiths, whatever. People that in town can come and visit us at any time. And we do have and have had thousands of people come worldwide, as well as many locals that come constantly.
Yes, you've had tens of thousands of visitors from around the world since 2004 when the stupa was erected. And it took 18 months to build this beautiful structure, and afterwards there was a 3-day celebration.
Yes, a very hot celebration, yes.
Now, if you're not familiar with the stupa, that's why we're here. We're talking with Ani Miranda. Now, one of the most fascinating things, I think, is that it's not only a sacred building, but it is filled with sacred objects. Can you tell us some of the objects that are put inside?
Yeah, sure. There's certain levels to the stupa, and each one of them is sealed. It becomes a chamber, and there are certain objects that were put in to help with pacifying the suffering that we all experience. So some of them are grains to pacify hunger. There's a beautiful wealth mandala, you know, to develop wealth and subdue poverty, and medicines, and there's also even some weapons that are right at the very base to subdue war, which of course is a major suffering at this time. And then, but included within those are these little, they were clay and then they were cast into bronze, but they are called tsatsas. And that is actually a little stupa. And we have a few thousand of those within here. And then on top of that, we also have millions and millions of prayers that are done. And like this prayer wheel behind us is the same thing. Within that prayer wheel, these rolls of tightly rolled scrolls of mantra, sacred mantra, which again, the whole reason for anything here, the whole motivation of anything that we do is to bring about the end of suffering for all sentient beings. And so that's what motivates for us to be able to build this. And of course we were guided by our teacher, Jetsama Akon Lamo. And she's a recognized Bodhisattva Lama of great compassion, just as the Dalai Lama and all the great Lamas that are in the world today. And through their enlightened intention, they produce places like this that will ease the suffering that we all experience. And that's something that's happened here, is that we have so many people that come. You know, they may have lost a loved one, or you know, just be going through some sort of torment in their life. So they come here and they just sit, they meditate, pray. We have a beautiful walk here of bricks where people are dedicating those bricks to people that have, you know, that are dear to them. So,
yes, that is one way you can support the stupa, is you can purchase a brick and have it engraved with your name or your pet's name or a loved one who has passed. You can also go to their Facebook page and you can like them, and that will also support them. Plus, a one-time or even a monthly donation will help keep the building in its beautiful state and help the grounds. We're on 14 acres.
Yes.
And there's a medicine wheel, a prayer wheel. Of course, you can come and simply meditate, just be in this beautiful space. The whole point is that all beings benefit. So I highly recommend coming on up here. And what you're going to do, remember, it's off Andante to Pueblo. And then you're going to take a short walk up here. You're going to be amidst all the prayer flags, which every time they flap, shower you with wellness and wealth and prosperity. It's a beautiful place to come. Sunrise to sunset, the Amitabha Stupa and Peace Park in West Sedona. Thank you, Ani Miranda. It's been such an honor to be here with you today on this gorgeous day. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back to the Verde Valley Experience.
They say that when you're facing extreme danger, your life flashes before you. If you think that's sad, consider facing it before you even have enough life to flash before your eyes. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Deaths and injuries can be prevented by using the right car seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to know what is appropriate for each age and size.
Here in northern Arizona and throughout Yavapai County, people count on Orkin Pest Control. With over 100 years of combined experience, nobody knows how to protect your home or your business from harmful or annoying pests like the Orkin Man. To start service, contact your Northern Arizona Orkin Pest Control. In the Verde Valley, call 567-5100 or Orkin Pest Control in the Prescott area at 775-8772.
I was looking in my scrapbook, it was just the other day. I was searching through the pages to see what they would say, when some crumpled leaves fell headlong to the floor right from a page. They moved to share a message like some long forgotten sage. Dead leaves are falling all around me, the trees do whisper of the past. Resting on the ground, the leaves remind me of a life gone by so very fast. Life can be so fragile, like an eggshell in our hand. It can sift right through our fingers like so many grains of sand. Like the leaves that crumble slowly as I pick them off the floor. We can only grasp each moment, for we know not what's in store. Dead leaves are falling all around me, the trees do whisper of the past. Resting on the ground, the leaves remind me of a life gone by so very fast. I was looking at some memories to see what they would say. I was searching through the pages of the book I am today. There are chapters I live over, there are things I do regret, but the present is my scrapbook and the picture's mine to set. Dead leaves are falling all around me, the trees do speak to me at last. Resting on the ground, the leaves do call me to a life I have within my grasp.
Wow.
Well, thank you.
That was beautiful. Oh, welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. I'm sitting here with J.R. Robusto, always known as J.R. everywhere around town. That was a wonderful song. Thank you. I had so many wonderful sentimental visions and feelings during that. Did you write that?
Yes, I did. I wrote that in, I believe, 1991.
Wow. Because I have that you've been playing since 1967.
Yes, I've been teaching for 42 years now, teaching music for 42 years, since I was 16.
Wow. And not only that, besides teaching, you've been producing, performing, singing, and songwriting the entire. You don't rest.
I can't. I can't do it.
No, too many other things. That was really beautiful. I haven't seen anyone use a pick and their fingers at the same time.
Well, that's from being a hillbilly.
Oh.
From living in the mountains. I play banjo also. I play 12 instruments, so it's very natural to use the fingers,
Sure.
For banjo, of course, it's almost necessary, and so that's why I incorporate that into my guitar playing when I play guitar.
Wow. I find banjo an incredibly difficult instrument to play. Guitar, I played guitar, but banjo, forget it. That takes some real sense to play that thing.
Well, good horse sense.
Yeah, I bet.
Takes some good horse sense. Yes, it does.
That's great. So tell me, you play around town?
Yes, I played some of the wineries, some coffee shops here and there. It's more for my therapy than for money, because people seem to enjoy it. And so, like my mom used to say, son, is that if nothing else, you're good for a laugh now and then.
Oh.
You know, but some people find me amazing and some find me amusing.
Either way, that's a good thing.
There we go.
That's a good thing. And you said that not only do you write songs, but your wife also writes songs.
Yeah, she's been a writer for a long time. Did a lot of journaling and writing, and actually the song I'm going to do at the end, she actually wrote. So
that's great. How long have you been in the Verde Valley?
It'll be my 10-year anniversary, July the 12th of this year.
Congratulations.
Yes. Shall we celebrate? I mean, we'll celebrate.
We should.
Yes, of course.
And we're just delighted to have you. How many guitars do you have?
Right now, just one, but I own probably 3 guitars right now.
Okay.
They all have different, you know, voices and sounds, and I use them for different things, depending on what style of music I'm playing.
Right, and then you play the banjo, and there's 10 other instruments in there.
Yes, quite a few things: violin, viola, mandolin, piano, native flute, bouzouki, you know, Mediterranean Greek instrument. I kind of forget sometimes what I play because I don't play them every day, so I should probably post a list on my door.
There you go. Reminder, Tuesday, play the piano.
Yes.
And so much of it is therapy, just as you said.
Yes.
Yeah, music for the listener and for the player is such a nice experience. And as I said before, I loved the visions I was getting during your playing, the words you use in your songs. It shows a lot of feeling and a lot of experience in your life.
Well, yes, and it actually befits my last name, Robusto, which means lively, full of energy, or, you know, and that's pretty much, it fits me.
Yeah, it absolutely does. Tell us a little bit about the next song you're going to play.
The next song is that when my wife and I first met, of course, before she was my wife, you know, we would write to each other an email and, you know, send each other letters and do this because we wouldn't see each other sometimes for a period of time. Didn't do a lot of phone calling. And so she sent me an email, and basically the words of the next song is what was on the email. I mean, not quite word for word, but pretty close. And I was sitting around looking at this poem, and I was sitting in the backyard, and I started playing, and the song came out. It just happened. It was just happened. So that's been our theme song. And I found out that someone 2,500 miles away heard the song and used it for their wedding. I just found this out, and I didn't even know it.
Wow.
Because they heard it on YouTube or something. So, and I was kind of honored, and they finally got in touch with me. And so it's touched a few people.
That's very meaningful. Well, thank you. I so appreciate you joining us for the show and sharing your music with us. JR is available, and if you want to get in touch with him, give him a call at 928-592-9488. 592-9488. So, JR, why don't you go ahead and play us another song? Thank you guys so much for watching the Verde Valley Experience, and thank you to the Verde River Growers for our wonderful plants today.
Yes.
With every breath I've ever breathed, in every moment I've ever dreamed, before my life was conceived, this desire was in me, designed and formed so wondrously. My heart cried out that there must be the melody and harmony of your love. I'm free.